Good morning, happy new month, happy new day, and of course a happy new year. This is TMI Socials and I am Anoma Stevens. I better still call me a social media butterfly. Well, this weekend was hot, especially on social media, with different videos, different stories from across the country trending over the weekend. Now we kick out with the first one, the big one right now. Hashtag Senator Godswill Akpabio versus hashtag Senator Natasha. Well, the cold war between the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, got messier on Friday as Natasha accused Senator Akpabio of making sexual advances at her. Senator Natasha made the allegations while speaking on the national television platform. The Kogi Central lawmaker alleged on the program that she was being victimized by the Senate President following her rebuff of sexual advances from him. Well, in the meantime, wife of the President of the Senate, Mrs. Unoma Godswill Akpabio, has instituted multiple lawsuits against Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan following her sexual harassment allegations against her husband. Well, in this suit, Anoma sought $250 billion as general damages, but she had dismissed her claims, saying she was lying and creating content for her personal gains. Meanwhile, women in Akwa Ibom have staged a protest against Natasha in response to the sexual harassment allegations, saying she made them against Akpabio. Now, resurfacing on social media was an old video from a particular interview of a particular woman coming out to say Senator Godswill Akpabio also did the same thing during her time, and the video was trending and still trending on socials. Take a look.
Woman, the only Nigerian woman that has slapped his face.
Why did you slap him? Why did you slap him?
Slapped him because of his plan B. He thought that he could, since he couldn't get me to take that money, he thought that plan B, if it could come up on me. He didn't know that I'm a Port Harcourt girl. Port Harcourt girls are not moved by money, by somebody telling me that you make me a substantive MD. The Port Harcourt girls are
Can we clarify this? Because we can't gloss over a slap. What is the plan B? He came up on you. What exactly does that mean?
We were having a meeting. Akpabio's meeting with me is either in Apple or at Meridian or whatever. Those are his meetings. I slapped him.
Well, Joy, are you accusing Senator Akpabio of attempted rape? Is that the point you are making? Or sexual harassment?
Harassment sounds better, not rape.
Okay, so you are accusing him expressly of sexual harassment?
Well, fast forward to 2025. On Friday precisely, we saw Senator Natasha having her own ordeal regarding this incident. Take a look.
He's so important to us. He's a precious son. He's a gold. He's a precious stone to Akwa Ibom. He's a precious stone to the women of Niger Delta. So we are telling her that she should stop insulting our son. The women said that should be the first and the last for her harassing our son in a way which is not good. And the women of Akwa Ibom said, we don't want that anymore.
When I heard the unfortunate accusation, I'll rather call it unfortunate, is very demeaning because that is a family. We knew the husband before the husband married her. We've always known the man. They were very good friends, or they are still very good friends. So I really don't understand where this is coming from. And I believe that for somebody to go and make such an allegation
there must be a discussion at home. There must have been a sanction or an approval. Oh, you're going to say this, go ahead and say it. And if the approval has come from the husband, our friend, I believe that he would have spoken to me because we are close. And then if the wife had complained about such a thing, and it still comes.
Now, interestingly, it's still an ongoing conversation on social media, but let's move over to tweets and see how Nigerians, netizens especially, have been taking the story online. Now, I'm going to have a reaction from former Senate President Bukola Saraki. He says, I have watched from afar the recent development in the Senate between the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Senator from Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It is a development that has made me sad because of its overall negative effect on the integrity, sanctity, image, and public perception of the institution. I believe that every person who has had anything to do with the National Assembly, particularly as a leader, member, and worker, should always jealously protect these values, which make the institution the numero uno among the three arms of government. Another reaction from another user. Now, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says, like millions of Nigerians, I watched with a deep concern this morning as Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan raised serious allegations of sexual harassment, intimidation, and mistreatment against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. These allegations are grave and deserve a thorough, impartial, and transparent investigation. The Nigerian Senate represents the voice of the people. Those who serve in it, especially its leadership, must uphold the highest standards of integrity, dignity, and respect, both for their office and for the Nigerian citizens they serve. Okay, now let's move over to another tweet on the story still. Now this one says, a husband that can stand with his wife in the face of trials is golden. Absolutely. And one more reaction on the story, just one more reaction from this user who says, with the way they are desperately trying to shut her up, especially given those women placards, protests that they know nothing about, I'm sure Natasha is right. Well, only time will tell eventually. It's still an ongoing conversation, just as I said. Well, away from that, let's move over to Rivers State. The local government election conducted on the 5th of October 2024, right there in Rivers State, has been in the news. Well, it has been declared invalid by the Supreme Court. Now, in a judgment delivered by Justice Jamil Uchuka, the court declared the election invalid for grossly violating the Electoral Act. Reading the judgment, Justice Chukwu said the action of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission is declared void for lack of substantial compliance to the Electoral Act and guidelines as the electoral body continued voter registration even after announcing an election date. Well, in the meantime, the Rivers State government has stated that it is awaiting a comprehensive briefing on the implications of the Supreme Court judgment regarding state allocation and local government administration. And also, the governor has come out to say that they are going to conduct a fresh local government election in Rivers State. But after the Supreme Court ruling regarding the issue, we saw a viral video from the former governor of Rivers State, Wike, who also doubled as the FCT minister, thanking and worshiping God. Take a look.
We give you honor. We give you honor, glory. We give you honor. We give you honor, glory. We give you honor. We give you honor, glory. We give you honor.
Now, on Sunday evening, the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, came out to react to everything that's occurred so far. Take a look.
Of the recent Supreme Court judgment and the pronouncement regarding aspects of the lingering political dispute in our dear state. Although we disagree with the judgment, we are bound to obey the order made therein as a law-abiding government.
Well, interesting times we are right here in Nigeria, especially on social media. Having tweets to see how you took this online. This first user says, and I quote, well, this one says, Your Excellency, the Supreme Court has sounded that you don't have a business with 4 assembly members, but with the 27 defected members, His Excellency is just buying time. Another user says, questions and needs answers from online judgment interpreters. Did the Supreme Court rule in favor of former chairmen, affirming their tenure elongation, or they only canceled the election of the current chairman and councillors? Was the Supreme Court judgment centered on the defection of Martins and the 27 others, or it was about the presentation of the budget? Please, I need clarity. Well, one more reaction on the story. Since this man won, he never gets peace from one major suspension to another. Alrighty, so we get to wrap up things and stories right here on TMI Socials this morning. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I am Anoma Godswill, and from all of us on this morning on ITV, do have yourself a blessed and fantastic day ahead.